Mood Struck Obsession Brow Palette and how to define your eyebrows with it. You will need two things: the palette in your shade. There are 3 shades: light, medium, and dark. I am currently using the medium. Each palette will come with 4 shades in it and a wax. You will use a darker one to define, a lighter one to fill in, and then you have 2 bases here to use as a highlighter to also accentuate the definition. The wax is used to help set the powders in. Your brow artist brush will have 2 ends. 1, the angled end, and 2, the flat end. For defining our eyebrows, we will use the angled end. And what I do to get long-lasting eyebrows and precise definition with it, like hair-like strokes, I take the angled end and I just run it over the wax on both sides. And then I'm gonna run it over my darker color, because like I said, we're gonna use a darker color to define. Now, we're gonna start with the way my eyebrows already naturally going. And I'm gonna take the angled end, the longer part pointing down, and just make hair-like strokes up to, if you mess up, just kind of wipe it off a bit. Up to where it wants to arch and go down to the tail. Run it in the wax, the darker color again. You're gonna come up top. We are creating the outline right now. We're gonna go about where you stopped on the bottom. Go back into your wax in the dark, and now we're going to do the tail. Take that arch and we're gonna go down. You want your eyebrow to end where the outer corner of your eye ends. And it's gonna get progressively thinner. It's gonna start off kind of thick and then get thinner and more light. Now we're gonna fill in some hair-like strokes from the middle of your brow to that arch. And I have the angled part, the longer end, pointing up, and I'm just flicking it. You can also go down and go this way. You want it to be darker towards where your arch is, and then it's going to get progressively lighter and thinned out. Okay, now let's say that you don't have any eyebrows, like your hair stops growing in the middle, like mine. It's gonna be a little trickier, but I'm gonna show you how to create natural looking hairs to bring those closer together. You want your eyebrows to end at your inner corner. So I got a little bit of ways to go. Take my wax and my darker color. I'm gonna kind of flick up. I'm making just small like strokes up. And I'm kind of going different ways because you know your hair grows in different ways. This gives it more of a realistic look. And I'm going to kind of bring this down. Now I'm going to take my lighter color. I'm kind of going in between where I made those darker ones. Then take my finger and just kind of smudge. once you have your eyebrow defined, you want to clean up any of your lines. And that's when the flat part comes in, and we're going to use one of the luminizing shades. And I'm going to use kind of golden shade. You can also take it up top. The highlight helps bring your eye to that, accentuates the arch. It also cleans up any of the lines and makes them more sharp and defined. Another thing you can use with this highlighting cream is go at the inner corner of your eyes. You can also use it highlighting right at your cheekbones. The pink can be used in just the same way. You can even mix these two. I hope you have found this tutorial helpful on how to use the Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette. If you have any questions, message me. Love and lashes.